All right, hey, it's another Star 89.9 Acoustic Session. We're here at Little Pub in Fairfield. It's Kevin Begley with Knox. Hey,
Yes.
Knox, how's it going?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for doing this for us. We were just talking real quick before we started. This is your first time in Connecticut, or I guess stopping in Connecticut?
Properly, yeah. First time
Yeah.
I've stepped foot here.
Right, yeah, because a lot of people drive through going Boston to
Right.
New York. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So not the 1975. We're loving that song.
Thank
I
you.
personally love it a lot.
Thank you, man.
And can you tell us a little bit about the story behind that? Because it's a unique title, unique lyrics.
Yeah. I mean, basically, I was trying to be cool, and I told somebody that I had a record deal, and they just said, "That's fine, but you'll never be Matty Healy." And I just thought that was the funniest thing anybody has ever told me. And so, yeah, literally the next morning after that, I woke up, and I was watching the video on my phone, but I just woke up and picked up the guitar, and the first thing out of my mouth was, "She said, I like your confidence." And then, I told my best friend who I wrote it with, I was like, "This could be a whole song. I don't know what it's about, but it could be a whole song."
Right, right.
Yeah, we just took it from there.
So when you get an idea like that, do you immediately do a voice memo or write it down, or do you just try to remember it?
So sometimes I will take a video of it or whatever, but I think the ideas that you forget weren't that good in the first place.
No,
You know
that's
what I
a
mean?
good point.
So a lot of things I just if it's really something worth chasing, I guess.
Yeah.
You won't forget it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah.
And you're from Ohio originally. You live in Nashville.
Yes,
and
sir.
you took up playing music a little later, like in your teen years, right?
Yeah.
18?
Yeah, around 18, 19, yeah.
So what were you doing before that? Did you ever have visions of being a musician, or were you planning to do something else?
No, I mean, I definitely wasn't planning on being a musician at all. I went to school to be a teacher. I was in education.
Nice.
And yeah, but I always knew that I could sing. Not good. I was never good. I've had to practice a lot,
Yeah.
To get to where I am now. But I always knew I could sing higher than most dudes could. And so, yeah, there was always something there, and I always just loved music. And, when I went to college and started playing guitar, it just kind of became a obsession turned into a lifestyle, I guess.
do you remember what it felt like when you, the first song you wrote when it was finished, when you first heard it recorded, produced?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because when you first start, I remember the first song I wrote and then the first song you recorded, and in the moment you're like, this is crazy, I recorded a song, but if I listen to it now, it's embarrassingly
you
bad.
get cringed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
And you're a big basketball guy, right?
Yes, sir. I was just in Knoxville, and I saw Kentucky and Tennessee. I don't know if anybody watches basketball or saw that game. It was crazy, and I'm a diehard Kentucky fan.
Yeah.
So it went really well.
That's awesome.
It was a great weekend.
And you played in high school?
Yeah. Yes,
So,
sir.
and I read that you could dunk. Is that still true? Can
Yes,
you still,
I was actually showing
throw it
people
down?
videos of this over dinner last night. I can't do it anymore. Or at least
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I haven't tried in a long time.
I was going to say, or your shows, you should roll out a hoop
right, and just be
dunk on
yeah,
stage.
and then get stuffed at the rim and make myself
right.
look
Have
like
somebody
a fool.
run out. That's really funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And you're from Ohio, so did you grow up a Cavs fan?
Yes, technically. I'm a diehard LeBron fan.
Oh, okay,
I just
yeah.
love LeBron James. So
Nice.
now, I never thought I'd say it in a million years, but now I root for the Lakers, which I grew up hating the Lakers because they were always just better than everybody else. But, yeah, I love LeBron.
And I feel like now, now that you're on tour, you got an EP out, you got your music going. With social media, you're probably able to connect with fans so immediately. Whereas I feel like before the internet, it took people years and years and years to develop a fan base and connect. Whereas you can connect right away.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I think social media is such, so many people like to kind of dog on TikTok and Instagram Reels and whatever, but it's dude, those are opportunities to get new people to listen to your music every single day. Every single day, and it can be all over the world. So I think that's super awesome.
And then you show up in a city to play a show, and there's all these people because they hear your music or follow you on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, that's so neat.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I love it.
So what do you got coming up next? You got a tour coming up soon, right?
Yeah. So we leave for the back half of my first ever headline tour on the 8th. We're doing all the West Coast shows, and then we got a bunch of stuff lined up for the year that I'm stoked about. I haven't announced a lot of it yet, but I'm really excited.
Good
I'm really
tease.
excited. Yeah,
I like that a lot. All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this for
Dude,
us.
of course, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks
we're
for
real
having me.
excited. Yeah, Knox.
Let's
Star
go.
89.9.